oh my word,
is all beer.
Oh my God.
We call that distiller's beer.
Brewzle actually had that right when he said that the cast shrimp is something that you should get. I definitely think he was right when it came to that particular bottle. Welcome back to the channel. I'm in downtown Memphis, Tennessee at the old Dominick Distillery. I wanted to experience the distillery myself. So let's go into the old Dominick store and let's see if we can find some good bottles at some great prices. Let's go. Looks like this is the gift shop. How you doing? All right. Right off the bat, we do have the old Dominick cups, the Glencairns. This is pretty neat. Pretty neat. They have a vodka, 80 proof, a gin, which I don't drink vodka or gin. The t-shirts they have some nice caps here. It's pretty nice. Now it looks like behind me they have a tasting section. Hopefully after the tour they're going to give us a taste of everything they have. Fingers crossed, because I'm excited to actually taste some of the old Dominick products. Even though I have them at home, I haven't opened them up, just because I wanted to taste them at the distillery. So I'm excited about that. So hopefully at the end of the tour, we can sit back, have a few glasses, and we're gonna talk about some bourbon. I'm excited.
They'll gather around, spread out, make some room. So this is mash that is fermenting right now. You can tell it's fermenting because if you take your hand just like this and hover it above it, go ahead, you're gonna feel a nice little heat blanket coming off. That is not the actual temperature of this. That is just all the activity that is happening in there right now. And if you wave your hand towards the middle, you're gonna see a little bit of haziness. That is our carbon dioxide. As my friend just found out here, we don't really care what goes into this that much. All we care about is that yeast is producing alcohol, right? Once this goes out into distillation, that proof and that temperature is gonna be raised so high that it doesn't matter what your nasty little hands put in here, right? So feel free. We're gonna take this real slow. I'll walk you through it. What we're gonna do first, we're gonna break this down. Take your hand just like this and just do that. Isn't that weird? Isn't that fun? Yeah, right. What's your inner child coming? It kind of feels like the Canetta sand that you might have gotten as a kid, you know?
Yeah.
One that's like constantly wet, but not really. So, let's talk about this a little bit. What is this, by the way? I didn't even know. This is wheat whiskey. So this is 83% wheat, a little bit of corn, a little bit of malted barley. So, all this, which takes everything in me nuts, I'm chucking at one of y'all. This is called the mash cat for obvious reasons, right? It's also known as thick stillage. Remember that, right? These are all the spent grains that the yeast is eating up. That carbon dioxide and that activity is just pushing them up towards the top, right? So they can't sink back down. We do not let this go to waste. This
Oh my word,
is all beer.
oh my God.
We call that distiller's beer, right? It is not like any beer that you want to sit down with a pint with at the end of the day, obviously, right? It doesn't have any of the delicious hops in it. It's got the consistency of oatmeal, right? But I got a surprise for y'all. This is actually the first tasting part of the tour. So what I would do, shake your finger off, just dip it in there just a little bit, shake it off again, give it a taste. This just went in yesterday. What does it taste like?
Beer.
Beer, right?
Yeah.
Beer.
A little bit sweet, right? Absolutely. Almost like a cider. Exactly.
Yeah,
You're right. This will last in here about, look how crazy this yeast is going, by the way. That beer, so the flavor will change. Bourbon has to be aged in a new, charred American white oak barrel, right? These are all American white oaks. These are actually Tennessee white oaks. We're one of the few distilleries in the country that know where our wood comes from. The Canales, the guys own this place, they own some lumberland about 2 hours east of here. Actually, where my parents live around Savannah, Tennessee, and they get the wood from there. They send it up to Independent Staving Company up in Missouri. It takes about, I want to say, 3 or 4 years to make a barrel, right? They have to cure it and all that, and they send it back to us. But there's cool things I want to talk about. American white oak, especially white oak in general, it traditionally has always been used to make barrels. It's been used to make ships, for example. It's very waterproof. As the tree grows, white oak is one of the very few trees that does this. As the sap deposits and other chemicals deposit, it makes a compound known as ptiloses, which is a very resin-like, very hard sap, basically. And it will deposit in between each ring, right? That makes it waterproof. It makes it leak-proof completely, right? If you put whiskey in a red oak barrel, for example, it'll be empty the next day, right? It's just going to soak on through. White oak does not let it do that, right? You can actually see, this is an old stave. I wish I had a new stave, but oh well. But you can actually see how far that whiskey made it into this barrel. It's being absorbed. This is probably a 5 or 6 year old stave, right? And this dark line right here, you wouldn't see this in a new stave. That is all trapped whiskey right there. It's never coming down. It's called the Devil's Cut. So this one is going to be, like I said, if you like that dry scotch, you know, that really bold one, you're gonna love this. This is 122 proof, cask strength, right? It's got that 44% rye. Excuse me, 44% rye, 52% corn, a little bit of malt barley on top.
It smells good.
Yeah. I've always loved
Like a cinnamon. Ooh, man, that's good. Oh, I like this one better. Yeah. It doesn't drink as a high proof though.
It's 6 years old.
Wow.
So you can definitely tell how that barrel's gonna mellow it out.
Yeah.
Even with that high alcohol.
Man,
It's not bad.
that's not bad at all.
A little bit of spice, right? I mean, it just washes over, you know, just a nice little warm right down here.
Oh yeah. Man, I definitely am happy that I picked this one up. Yeah.
It is delicious.
That is good. Wow. Well worth the trip. Well worth the trip. Brewzle, you had it right, because that cask strength of Old Dominick, that is a fantastic pour. And the bonded. I like the bonded also, sitting at 100 proof. That's gonna be my second favorite bottle here at the Old Dominick Distillery. Now, after the tour, we had a tasting and they gave us a gift bag. And that gift bag, we received, let me get this out. We received the whiskey trail. Actually, you can get it stamped every time you go to a distillery, but they also gave us a cool glass. Now, this is one glass that I love to make old fashions out of because the ice cubes that I use, but this is a pretty neat glass, and it came with a poker chip. Pretty cool. For those who haven't subscribed to the channel yet, please hit that like and subscribe button because I'm asking for your support. But for those who have already subscribed, I appreciate your support. Until then, I will see you on my next pour. Let's go.